Welcome back. We've got a light recipe for you this morning, brought to you by Chef Nick Burrington from the Moorhead Country Club.
Yes, he's making a mixed greens salad with count them, two homemade vinaigrette recipes. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me today.
Great to be back.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks. Great to be back. So today I wanted to show just how easy vinaigrettes can be and kind of some secrets behind them. So
don't be intimidated, because these are good. These are
they're tasty. And the thing that's nice about vinaigrettes is you can have them at home, and most of the ingredients are shelf stable, so they last a long time. I mean, we're using vinegar and oil, and then we got to use some emulsifying agents, which will be our mustard and our Dijon and our honey. So we'll get into that. So first off, we're gonna have Chris is gonna show us how to make a red wine vinaigrette.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Andrea's going to show us how to make a white balsamic vinaigrette that we're going to toss our mixed green salad in.
Okay.
All right.
It's nice to have an alternative to the salads you can buy in the store.
So anytime we make a recipe, we want to have our mise en place ready. So you want to explain to them what mise en place is?
Mise en place, it's where you put a lot of meat in an emulsifier and you just emulsify the meat.
Different meaning.
Quite.
We always want to use our French techniques, and so the French chefs, they set it in stones for us, so they said it best. Mise en place, the English to French translation, is basically to have in place. So we want to have all of our ingredients all ready to go, even all the way down to towels and oils and any utensils. So then we can just make it perfect. We're not running around going back to this. Oh, I forgot this.
Yeah.
So get everything set up, set yourself up for success.
Okay.
All right. So to start out with vinegar, make a vinaigrette, we need a vinegar. So this is red wine vinegar, and it's going to turn into a red wine vinaigrette.
All right.
So we'll add a little bit of this into our bowl. Chris is going to whip this by hand. So we want just the more vinegar you add, the more powerful it's going to be.
So about how much did you put in?
That was about, quarter of a cup. And really, what I got told in Epicurean Catering is a place I worked at in Denver, and they said if you follow a recipe, there's no reason for anybody to come to your restaurant. So what I teach my cooks is don't assume that whoever made the recipe knew what they were doing, or don't assume that it tastes good. I want you to use a tasting spoon and find out. I want you to know that it tastes good.
Who was your mentor?
My mentor is Chef Dan Grunwald.
I love that you were teaching that. Like, sounds like ratatouille.
Yeah.
So, all right. So first we.
So I'm gonna whip this, you mean, or what?
We're gonna add some things. We're not just whipping vinegar and turn it into. It's not that. Cooking is magical, not that magical. So then I'm gonna add just a little bit of salt and pepper. That's just for taste. And then we're gonna have garlic and shallots. This is all just for flavoring. And then I'm gonna add some fresh thyme. And then a vinaigrette, we need to emulsify with oil. So that means to lightly mix in with oil, and that means we need an emulsifying agent. So that's going to be something that holds and is really thick, and that'll be like a thickening agent.
Okay.
So that is going to be our honey and mustard. So I just take about a teaspoon of each.
I love it. You just sort of wing it, man. This is great.
A secret between me and you is I hate following recipes. I'm a cook, you just taste it, you work with ingredients. Fresh ingredients are always going to be a little bit different, so you gotta taste it. You gotta know and find out. So why don't you mix that up? And then now we're going to slowly emulsify our vinegar with oil. So what we got to be careful for, Chris, is when we whip it, we don't want to add this too fast, because once it starts pooling up, then it'll break and separate. Like water and oil will separate. We want it to emulsify and all be one.
So while I'm doing this, you're going to light it?
Yep.
Okay.
Just a real light, and make sure we drip it on in the oil. All right, now I'm going to make it hard for you, and you got to do it yourself. When we're working in the kitchen,
myself?
Yeah, when we're working in the kitchen, we can't.
Yeah, man, we gotta get started on my side, my stuff.
So I got this is a stabilizer. I got it from US Foods.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it works in perfect. You can fit it, and then so now you have your other hand.
Oh, well
and
done.
You can pour. Now pour slowly. We can't break that.
Oh no.
Whoops.
Not from so high up.
Now, Andrea, we're gonna get started on yours.
Okay.
It's gonna be the same as Chris's, except for we're going to substitute white balsamic. Vinaigrettes are really easy. We need a vinegar to make a vinaigrette. So we use a white balsamic vinegar.
Okay, we're pouring this. We're going to take a commercial break and come back and show you the rest. So stay close.
All right.